Hey adventurers, are you curious about the new WSGA GeoTours? How can you find all the caches in that GeoTour? Well, we are going to take you on an adventure. In this episode, we are going to see if we can earn the first of the 2 geocoins and a few geocaching souvenirs by tackling a whole bunch of the caches in one road trip for the WSGA GeoTour. So stay tuned, let's watch and see how we can do on that adventure. Taking on an adventure of these epic proportions means starting with an epic journey. Firstly, we'd have to get ourselves out of our home and native land and visit a strange and foreign place, the United States of America. Having found some of the Puget Sound GeoTour caches previously, we targeted a few more to get closer to completing that series before going after the Southwest GeoTour caches starting near Olympia, Washington. So as we head out on these kinds of adventures, obviously we've got an agenda and we've got a timetable and a schedule and caches defined and just go, go, go. But it was an opportunity also to think we're going to go to some areas that maybe we've been before, but maybe we haven't spent some time, and maybe we need to take a look at the pace we're doing and how do we find a balance between really enjoying where you are, taking advantage of the fact that you're on a road trip and you're somewhere new, seeing some new stuff, maximizing your experiences, but also finding your geocaches and making your trip get the objectives that you set out for. So it's something we thought about through this adventure, and we'll reflect on that as we go through. Hey adventurers, so for our first stop in this adventure, we are overnighting in Astoria, Oregon. So we've just scooted across the bridge after finding a couple more of those caches for the GeoTours, and we're enjoying a wonderful evening walking along the waterfront at night, finding caches and adventure lab stops. And you know, it's just an amazing place to check out at night. I wouldn't have thought so, but really enjoying it. So enjoying just the quiet and the smell of the salt air. Just a wonderful place. All right, so we're going to spend the night here. We're going to pick up our adventure in the morning and take you on to find some more cool GeoTour locations. Well, it's morning, so it's time to get up, get ourselves organized. We did all our planning last night before bed as to where we're going to head next. We are going to get back across the Mergler Bridge. Actually, no, we're not. I'm totally wrong. We're not going back across the Mergler Bridge. We're actually going to cut through a little bit of the Oregon side of the coast of the Columbia River. We're going to pick up a couple of caches that we've targeted last night, and then we're going to cross a totally different bridge, of which I do not know the name, and head back into Washington and pick up the GeoTour series from there. So that is what we're up to today. But first, breakfast. So for this morning's first stop, we're out on the pier after a large-sized geocache, and our hint is BB47, which appears to be this boat, but I mean, is the whole boat the geocache? What do you think? See if you can spot the cache. Get in there. See if you can find that geocache. Bumblebee 47. That's cool. So that's this boat. Got a steel can here.
It's a little hard to miss.
Oh, is it over here? What do you got? Oh my. Yeah, that is hard to miss. That is awesome. Just sitting here in the open air museum. I'm assuming that's got to be it. I mean, otherwise why is there an ammo can in a fishing boat? Wow, that's pretty cool. That is very cool. All right, well, let's sign this, give it another favorite point, and on with our adventure.
It would explain all the favorite points.
It does definitely explain all the favorite points, you're right. All right. First stop back in Washington has us along the riverbanks here, and we're looking for another one of these GeoTour caches. We had to cross the rail lines with a train sitting right there at the edge. It was a little unnerving, but there was nobody in it. It wasn't running. It just looked kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. All right, anyhow, let's see if we can find this cache. Just watch your step coming down here. It's slippery. There's, oh, that's kind of cool. No, just looking at this rock, this almost looks like a, oh, and there's bones in here behind it too. That's fun. But just looking at this one piece of rock right here, looks to me like it's a chunk of, darned, can't remember what this is called. That is dense rock. But when it's formed like a five-sided cylinder there. Well, that took a while. All right, this one was not where we expected, but I guess the coordinates are pretty good, so I'll give you that. Anyways, there we go. First one of the GeoTour for today. All right, you got it signed? Yeah. Look at that. I'm busy filming. She's already doing all the work as per usual. Right here somewhere. It certainly looks like people have been here. Yep, here it is. Try and be ginger with the nature. Ginger with the nature. I made a find. I found one. I think my work here is done for the weekend. So we're headed down this nice trail. Rain's abated a little bit, which is nice, but making our way to what looks to be in the distance here a nice lake, and we realize there's a puzzle cache that we're 20 meters from that we were able to quickly solve. So there's a little bit of a bonus find here. So let's see what we can find. I would say it's just up here. Watch my step coming up here. I think I found it. There we go. Ta-da! How about here? This looks sus. I think this looks sus. That doesn't look sus to you? That looks sus to me. That's pretty good camo though. Yep, it sure is. So this is our furthest east stop of this geocache road trip. It's at the observation point for the Bridge of the Gods near Cascade Locks, which is on the Oregon side of the river. Let's take a quick look here at the view at this point. So this is a cool place. We have been through here before quite a number of years ago. Obviously there's new caches that have populated since then. One of the things to know if you're coming this way is it is a toll bridge. So you have to keep that into consideration if you're planning to drive across. And just like that, day 2 of our geocache road trip wrapped, and we diligently drove in the dark northbound, making our way to Centralia for the night. The next day would have us continue north, completing the Southwest Chapter GeoTour, should everything go to plan. So we have made our way up to the community of Yelm in Washington. This is quite a stretch from the rest of the Southwest Chapter GeoTour caches, but since we're doing them kind of south to north on this trip, it's day 3, Sunday, and we've got a reasonably early start. Left Centralia, did an adventure lab there, and have made our way up here, and now we'll find what should be the final cache to complete our second GeoTour out of the 7. So let's see if we can make this find. Do you think it could be right here?
No.
Let's find out. Do you think that might be it?
Look, somebody left their lunch container.
Oh, let's see if there's anything yummy in the side. So, finding this geocache achieves something for us. What is that?
It finishes the GeoTour.
What?
A GeoTour.
What? Which one?
I don't know.
I don't know. Southwest.
Okay.
That's the last one in the Southwest. So we are back on the Puget Sound series now that we have finished the Southwest Washington series. We're just 16 meters, 14 meters, 13, 12, 11, probably right here somewhere. Let's see what we can find. Look at you finding caches. Why do you even bother bringing me along? You do all the work.
I know.
Yeah, but then no one would ever know because it doesn't get filmed. Whatever, eh? I said 200 meters of this lovely wilderness walking. Thank you. Wow. That one was a little more challenging than it needed to be. Sometimes that's the way it is. Hey adventurers, it's Sunday, it's midway through the 3rd day of our adventure on this GeoTour mission. We are working our way up Cougar Mountain to the summit-ish where the GeoTour cache is. It's about a 2 kilometer hike up, 1.2k as the crow flies. Trails never go as the crow flies, and when you're going straight uphill, it's probably a good thing. But you know, we're just checking in, letting you know how the adventure's going as we continue living and learning the geocacher's life. Wow. Make you earn this one. I made us earn this one, Laura. An extra bonus. We found one of the Jeep trackables in this cache. That's nice, that'll go well with our Jeep down at the bottom of the hill. The rain is really picking up now, and we're just about at the summit. I think we're here. Summit log. There you go. Well, we may as well sign in, eh? So, I guess there's not much of a view. Even if it wasn't socked in, there's really not a view here at the summit, but we made it. Rain has gotten worse, the trail conditions are terrible. just walking through slippery mud, which is a challenge going downhill. So we're just gonna take our time, make sure we get back down safely to the Jeep and head on to our next stop on the GeoTour adventures. But this one is a very well-earned geocache in the GeoTour, part of the Puget Sound set of WSGA GeoTour caches. So, farewell Cougar Mountain. You made us earn this one. Well, I guess the adventure doesn't always go exactly the way you're expecting it will. But at the end of the day, if you plan enough time and you give yourself the opportunity to just enjoy where you are, then it can become a new adventure that you weren't expecting, still achieving our objectives, just maybe in a different way than we thought we would originally. All that said, definitely having fun. So in the first 3 days of the hashtag geocache road trip, we completed one of the WSGA GeoTours and got very close to completing 2 more. We've got 1 more day of road trip, and you'll need to subscribe so you don't miss that in a future geocaching travel adventure episode. So while we made great progress in finding the WSGA GeoTour caches, we also learned that by allowing some extra time to make unplanned stops, we could find and enjoy wonderful, unexpected things when we use geocaching as our tour guide. If you've enjoyed this episode, you can support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video and joining our growing patron family who get exclusive content and other benefits every year. Find much more great stuff for those keen to use geocaching as their tour guide by visiting us at lanmonkeygc.